Hi. And you guys are totally fine. But next time, because these are lost and found mats, the studio mats are there. But you're totally fine. No, you're fine. Just like those are more pleasant than just using some random person's mat. Okie dokie, my friends. Welcome, and thank you guys so much for coming. Um, let's see. As far as special announcements, I have this new class that I'm offering, and I'm really excited about it. But I'm kind of bummed because I feel like since people don't know what it is, they've never heard of it, like it's going to be a little bit difficult to build. So I'm hoping that people will try it out because I think people will really like it. It's called TRE. So it stands for Tension and Trauma Releasing Exercises. Basically, so I'm teaching it tomorrow night, 6:30 in this space. It's about an hour, sometimes a little bit longer, just depending how many people show up and how long it kind of takes to get things going. But basically, all it is 7 simple exercises, nothing weird or like nothing you've not done before. Literally, it's as simple as like standing up against a wall and lifting your heels up a few times, like nothing strange. And then you lay down on the ground, and the exercises are intended to release a natural tremoring mechanism in your body that is releasing trauma, tension, stress. So all you're literally doing is laying here on the ground and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to control it at all. Your body does it for you. Some people shake a lot, like you can see their legs shaking like this on the outside. Some people, you can barely see it on the outside. But inside you can feel kind of like these wave-like tremors happening. And some people, their upper bodies will shake a lot. Some people will lift a little bit like this. Everybody has a very different experience. Some people find it extremely relaxing. Some people find it funny. They're like, what the heck is my body doing? This is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. So there's all sorts of different things you can get out of it. But I have been practicing this myself as I've been getting certified in this modality since last June. I've been practicing it 2 to 3 times every week. And it has like become one of my like most valuable wellness tools for myself in my life. It's something that really helped me connect a lot of dots and all the different modalities that are out there. I'm like, oh, this is what's happening in the body. So yeah, if you're curious, I'd love to have you. It's not scary. It's not intense. Like sometimes breath work, if you've been to breath work, can be really intense, really cathartic, really scary. It's not like that at all. It's actually the complete opposite. The whole thing about TRE is you have to feel safe in order for your body to release. So the whole entire time you feel safe and you're in complete control. You can stop if you want. You can take a rest if you want. And yeah, you'll just get an experience if nothing else and be like, huh. So yeah, tomorrow night, if you're around 6:30 p.m., I'd love to have you. And it's also by donation, just like this class. So, okay, let's go ahead and begin. So go ahead and just comfortable seat if you're not there already. And take a moment to kind of move around and explore, get your wiggles out. So it might feel good to stretch your arms, might feel good to roll out your shoulders, roll out your head. Just feeling into your physical body and try not to look around you for what everybody else is doing, but feel into your own being, into your own body. So we are so used to looking outside of ourselves. Start to go inside, start to feel your own inner space, your own inner experience. When you are ready, settle into stillness. So rest your hands either on your lap, or maybe you want to bring your hands to your heart. Maybe one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Close your eyes. If you really want to keep your eyes open, soften your gaze. So see if you can even bring your gaze down to the tip of your nose. And just start to really notice and become aware of everything that is flowing through you. So physical sensations, energetic sensations. If you've brought any emotions with you to class this morning, you're not trying to make them go away. You're just noticing what's there. Where do you feel those emotions? What is the raw sensation or energy of that emotion in your body? So yoga is not about changing yourself or fixing yourself. It's just about meeting yourself right where you are at, holding space for whatever's moving through. So that's the yoga, that's the practice. That's all we are doing here. Start to connect with your breath if you haven't already. So you might visualize your breath, or if you're not a visual person, you can just feel into the expansion and contraction, the rise and fall. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can. Hold in fullness. Take an extra little sip in. And then open your mouth and great big sigh. Ah. Good job. Do that again. Inhale, fill up. Hold at the top. Extra little sip if it's there. And then open your mouth and big sigh. Ah. Nice job. Do that one more time. So biggest, hugest inhale you've taken all morning long. Hold. And this time see if there's 2 extra sips you can find at the top. And open your mouth, great big sigh. Ah. Nice job. Seal your lips now. Begin to cultivate ujjayi breath. So ujjayi breath is a very intentional, strong, powerful breath. Ujjayi is a Sanskrit term that literally translated means victorious or vibrant. This breath, it's victorious, it's big and spacious and powerful. It comes all the way down from your diaphragm. Every inhale, you expand into every space. And then every exhale, you empty all the way out and find at the bottom of each exhale, your very center, your connection to your deepest part, your intrinsic strength. So this breath, it's powerful and strong and victorious and intentional, but it's also slow and steady and smooth. It's calming and regulating for your nervous system. So as we start to move through our power practice today, as your body gets challenged, as your body feels uncomfortable, as your body maybe even feels bored, come back over and over again to the sound of your own breath, to the rhythm of your own breath, and use it to just help you notice whatever is present right here, right now. So your breath is a tool. I think it's one of the greatest tools we have in this life to take you deeper into your own inner space, your own body, to connect you, even I think, to your subconscious in a way that nothing else can. Our breath is the only function of our autonomic nervous system that does its own thing all day long. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to do anything to make our breath work. But we can also, when we want to, take control of it. We can connect with it and manipulate it and use it. So that's what we're doing in our yoga practice. We're not using our breath to fight through our practice. We're not using our breath to distract us from our practice. We're using it to take us deeper. All right, friends, take this breath with you. Come forward to hands and knees, tabletop. And then just start to move through some cat-cow undulations to begin with. So inhale to arch your spine. It's called spinal extension. And exhale to round your back and hollow out your belly. So curl in. As you curl in, sometimes I even like to lift my fingertips and push into the ground with my fingertips. Nice job. So just this back and forth. Notice if you can feel more mobility, not just in your upper and your lower back, but also in your mid back, also in your mid spine. Take 1 or 2 more rounds and then come back to neutral. And in your neutral spine position, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. We're going to take a thread the needle posture. So next time you breathe in, take your right arm out and all the way up. Inhale here. And exhale to thread your right arm underneath. So reach through as far as you can and then gently rest down. You can use your left hand to push into the ground. You might wrap your left arm behind you. You might even extend your left leg out to the left. So if there's any way that you personally would like to work this pose on your own, feel free. And then just check back in. Check back in with your breath. Is it still there, big and spacious and slow and steady, victorious? Take just a couple more rounds. Nice job. If you do have your left hand or your left knee lifted, bring them both back to the earth. Next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it out and all the way up as high as you can. One more time. Exhale, right hand down. And then for a moment now, take some big clockwise circles with your hips. So move your hips all the way over to your right, all the way back towards your hips, all the way over to your left, and then forward towards the ground. So big, huge circles, as big as you can make them, in the fullest range of motion you can find. So you can lean all the way back like you're almost going into a child's pose. You can come all the way forward like you're moving towards a cobra or up dog position. Nice job. Yes, imagine yourself as an animal, a four-legged creature. See if you can move like an animal, explore your body in new ways. Slowly begin to find your way back to neutral. Make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. We'll take thread the needle with our left arm. So left arm out and up. Breathe in and exhale to thread it through. So reach through and then gently rest down on the outside of your shoulder and head. And your belly is engaging to lift you up. So rather than feeling like all of the weight is coming down into your shoulder and head, you should feel like there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling up towards the sky. If there's any way you want to work it on this side, please feel free. See if you can feel your breath in the back of your heart space. See if you can feel your breath in your back ribs all the way down into your low back. Nice job. If you do happen to have your right hand lifted or your right knee, set them both back on the ground. Very nice. Next inhalation, unthread your left arm. Reach it out and up once more as high as you can. And exhale, left hand comes down. Now take a few counterclockwise circles with your hips. So all the way around. It's like there's a great big huge invisible clock underneath your body and you want to hover your hips over all the numbers on that clock. Yes. And if there's any place that feels especially tight or stiff, you can kind of stay and work back and forth for a moment. So this is not for me, this is for you. So feel into your body, move with your breath. And then as you are ready, everybody, downward facing dog is where we're headed. So in your own time, in your own way, downward facing dog. Nice job, friends. All right, back in down dog. Keep exploring and moving about. So maybe you want to pedal out your heels. Maybe you want to give your head, a little shake or a little nod. So there's lots of ways you can feel into your down dog. Try not to worry about getting your feet flat on the ground, and try not to worry about getting your legs completely straight. So if it feels better to have a big bend in your knees or be on your tiptoes, that is perfectly fine. So we're working the length from our fingertips all the way up to our butt, up to our sit bones. So that invisible rope, imagine again that it's attached to your belly button. It's pulling up and it's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So really lift your hips and press them back. Take one more great big inhalation and push the ground away. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your space, and however you would like to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, find a halfway lift position. So spine parallel to the ground, get all the rounding out of your back. We're gonna pause right here, friends. Bring your feet at least hips width distance apart if they're not already there. Bend your left knee a lot. Bring your left fingertips to the ground or a block, right arm to the sky. So think of a halfway lift with a twist. Keep the length in your spine. Try to pull your right hip towards the back of the room as you work your right leg as straight as it will go. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot, and then twist from your center. Take one more deep breath here. Nice job. Slowly unwind and switch to the other side. So bend your right knee a lot. Right fingertips on the ground or right hand to a block. Left arm reaches up. Nice, Katya. Pull your left hip back and stay rooted through the inner edge of left foot. Breathe. Imagine a long line of energy from the crown of your head down to your hips, from your left hip down your left leg. One more round. Twist a little bit further. Nice, Megs. As you exhale, let it go. Forward fold. So hang out for just a moment. You can ragdoll your arms. You could bob, sway, bounce a little bit. Try not to rock back into your heels and lock out your knees, but instead weight slightly forward. So more in your toes and the balls of your feet, less in your heels. Use your core strength to lift your sit bones as high as they will go. Take one last round in your fold. Next time you inhale, halfway lift position. So spine long, get all the rounding out. Nice, Ali. As you exhale, release, fold. And then this time we'll take it all the way up. So rise, inhale, arms extend overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Flow with your breath for a moment. Inhale, high mountain pose, stretch tall. Exhale, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart, slow dive. Bend in the knees might be really helpful, beautiful. Inhale to a halfway lift position, get all the rounding out of your back. Yes. Exhale, fold. Nice, Andrea. From the press of your feet, connect to your center, rise. Inhale, take your arms up, maybe even gaze up. Now exhale, hands to heart center, reconnect with you. Let's add on just a little tiny bit. Inhale, high mountain. As you exhale, baby back bend. So cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. So this should come from mid and upper back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. As you exhale, dive down slowly. Follow your breath, traction out your spine. Nice, Ryan, as you breathe in, halfway lift position. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. So first time in your plank pose, pause, spread your fingers really, really wide and actively push into the ground. So rather than feeling like all of the weight is in your arms, in your elbows, and your wrists, spread your fingers and find your strong muscles. Find your shoulders, find your pectorals, little bend in your elbows so your muscles are working. Nice, Tracy. Take one more big inhalation, little rock forward. You could also come to your knees if you'd like. Exhale, lower super slowly, strong straight line. 3, 2, nice, reach all the way down. 1. Spider-Man Cobra, bring your hands out wide so they're framing your yoga mat. Elbows face the sky, you're on your fingertips, lift your heart, inhale. Nice, Kai. As you exhale, take a little twist to your right side. Dip your left shoulder down. The wider, the better with your hands so your shoulders have room. Inhale, come back to center. Press into your fingertips. Lift your heart, tone your belly. Other side as you exhale, dip your right shoulder down, gaze left. Inhale, center, lift your heart as high as feels right. Go back and forth one more time at your own pace. So slowly, intentionally, mindfully. Nice, Jane. And eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center. Hold there as long as you want. And however you want to make the transition, downward facing dog. All right, you've got about 5 rounds in your down dog. So you are more than welcome to just hang out and breathe, explore in your own way. You could also, if you want to, you could turn it into a turbo dog for a little more strength work. So if you go for turbo dog, all you do, you bend your elbows a lot, and then you squeeze your elbows towards each other. So it's like you're in a dolphin pose, but your forearms are just hovering above the ground. So squeeze your elbows in like you're wrapping them inwards, and let your neck relax. Keep lifting using the strength in your core. So although your arms are really strong and engaged, you still have that invisible rope attached to your belly button, pulling up and tugging back. Nice job, everybody. Take one more great big inhale wherever you are at. And exhale, gaze to the top of your space, step, tiptoe, or float, forward fold. Once you have arrived, halfway lift position, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. Take it all the way up. Big full body stretch. Inhale. Thanks, Charles. Exhale. Hands to your heart. All right, we'll start to build our flow now. Inhale, arms reach up. And as you exhale, we're going to sit back into a twisted chair position. Left arm forward, right arm back. So bend your knees, sit back, and twist. Reach your right arm towards the wall behind you. Maybe even gaze over your right shoulder. For me, sometimes it's easier if my big toes are touching and I squeeze my thighs together. If you have your feet hips width distance apart, of course, that's also fine. Just try to keep your knees nice and even with one another. Rather than leaning forward, see if you can keep the crown of your head drawing straight up. Take one last round here. And as you exhale, twist a little further, sit a little deeper. Good. Nice, Kate. Inhale, high mountain reach up and stretch. As you exhale, baby back bend. Puff up your heart, curl open, tone your belly to protect low back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then we'll take that twisted chair to the other side. So this time, right arm forward, left back. I know it's easier to lean forward, but as best you can, draw navel to spine. Crown of your head reaches towards the sky as you sit low. Weight in your heels. Nice, Chris. Again, it might be easier to have your big toes touching and squeeze through the tops of your thighs. Take one more round. See if there's any more space you can find. Good job. Inhale, high mountain. Both arms reach up. And then as you exhale this time, just take it all the way down into your forward fold. Good work, friends. Halfway lift position as you breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, however you want to move through your vinyasa and back to downward facing dog. So all you. Big, spacious breaths. All right, from your down dog, next inhale, extend your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And you can choose. You can keep your hips square. If you prefer, you can open your hip. If there's any way you want to explore, you're welcome to. Keep both of your hands really firmly rooting down. So spread your fingers and imagine you're like a gecko holding onto a screen door. Your hands are your strong foundation. Your core lifts you up and helps you lengthen. Everybody, one more big inhale, right leg long, strong, and powerful. Nice, Callie. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your back. Stay here as you breathe in. You should be high on your back tiptoes. Push the ground away with your strong arms. And exhale, step through softly, low lunge. All right, rise up slowly, crescent lunge. Beautiful, nice, Brittany. So all of your toes face forward and your hips are square. Energetically, hug in. So you're pulling front hip back and back hip forward. So it feels a lot different than just sinking into your lunge. So hugging towards midline, front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. Now you have a strong foundation in your legs. Your upper body is your expression. So feel into it, grow into it, and breathe into it. Nice, Ingrid. One more big inhale. As you exhale, we will twist again. So left arm forward, right arm back. Bend your back knee to a hover. If you want to modify, you can absolutely set your back knee down gently. Otherwise, with your back knee hovering, imagine you're trying to pull your back thigh forward. Imagine you're trying to pull your front hip back. Feel your inner thighs squeeze. Crown of your head is drawing up, not leaning forward. Take one more round. See if you can twist a little further. Ah, good job. All right, bottom of your exhale, let it go. Come back to crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Invitation to straighten your front leg if you would like. Squeeze your front thigh. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And then we're gonna move into a pyramid stance. So step your left foot forward about a foot or two. It depends how long your legs are, but you want both feet flat on the ground. You do not want your feet on a balance beam. You want your feet on 2 train tracks. So 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. So make your feet really wide, hips width distance, yeah. Take an inhale, halfway lift, hands to hips. Good. As you create this nice long spine, see if you can pull your right butt cheek back and up. So right butt cheek pulls back even further. Imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your right butt cheek and it's pulling up towards the ceiling. Keep that. Take one more big inhale. Everything lengthens a lot. Now, as you exhale, refold. See if you can keep pulling your right butt cheek back, and up, up, up. Try to bring your feet onto 2 train tracks, not on a balance beam. It's so hard to balance if your feet are one behind the other. And it's also not letting you have any space in your hips or your pelvis to square off your hips. So make sure you have a nice wide stance with your feet. Good job. Keep working your fold by drawing every single exhale, navel to spine. So bottom of each exhale, feel your belly button pull in and up. And see if you can fold just a little bit deeper from that place. Good work. Nice, Jana. Right butt cheek up, up, up. Back, back. Take one last round and fold to your edge. Bottom of your exhale, walk your hands forward. You can take blocks with you if you're using them. Standing splits, left leg to the sky. So just lift your left leg up and try to make your left foot active. So you can feel even your toes as they float in space. Maybe wiggle them around, maybe spread them apart. You can play here any way you want. So if you want to play with handstand hops, go for it. If you want to play with a balance, maybe right arm behind right leg, Shiva squats. Anything, everything is welcome. If you're holding the pose, relax your neck, hug in with your right inner thigh and lift from your center. Wherever you are at, whatever variation you're working, your breath is there with you. Nice job, everybody. Awesome work. Take one last big inhale. Maybe reach your left leg a little higher. And as you exhale, listen, just step your left foot down at the top of your space. Forward fold, nice and easy. You can give your right leg a little shaky shake if it wants it. Bring your big toes together until they touch. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, little tiny potato bug ball. So butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. And you can choose, if you want to work ankle flexibility, try to press your heels down. If you want to work strength and balance, try to lift your heels up as high as you can. And then the higher your heels get, the lower your butt can go, and the closer you can get your nose to your knees. Maybe you wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. Breathe into your heart space, back of your heart. Nice work. Awesome, Lindsay. One last round. Inhale, halfway lift. So set your heels down, stick your butt out and lengthen your spine. You can widen your stance if you want to. Exhale, bow and fold. Now press into your feet. Take it all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms extend, high mountain. Pause right here. So standing with your arms reaching up, check in with yourself, your body, and your own imbalances. So personally, for me, I know my imbalance. Usually when I'm reaching up, I'm sticking my ribs forward and I'm sticking my butt out behind me. Some people are the exact opposite. Some people tuck their tailbone and kind of round their upper back. So feel into your body. How can you stand with more optimal alignment for you today? Right foot is your base. Lift your left knee up, standing staff pose. Yes, so nice. So hug in with your inner thighs and flex your left toes back towards your shin, even your little baby pinky toe. Beautiful work. Take one more inhale in standing staff. As you exhale, slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch your toes and your fingers at the exact same time. We'll do that a few more times, back and forth. So inhale, rise all the way up, standing staff. Exhale, slow motion. See if you can land fingers and toes at the exact same time, low lunge. Keep going at your own pace, just like that. If you want more, when you rise up to your standing staff, you can extend your left leg forward. Slowly, intentionally. So you're not just flinging yourself up and down mindlessly. You're focused and alert. You're calm and present. Yes, you're letting the heat build in your right leg. You're sending your breath into it. Good job, everybody. Just be playful, be compassionate. Take one or two more rounds, and you're actually going to end up in a low lunge position eventually. So maybe next time you hit that low lunge, you just stay there. If you want to take one more, go for it. All right, once you are in your low lunge, friends, where we are heading, there's a few options. So everybody from low lunge, hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your yoga mat. And then you choose, you can either keep your hips lifted really high and then see if you can lower your heart down. You could also do the exact opposite. Back knee comes down gently and hips move forward and down as you lift your heart. If you take this variation where you're lifting your heart and letting your hips melt, it's really tempting to put a lot of weight in your arms. Try not to do that. So your hands are just there to give you a little bit of support, but most of the weight is in your legs. Yeah, nice job. And you can work through those two variations, or if there's another variation you want to work with, feel free. Your right toes, if it feels better, they can pivot out to the right. You could even roll onto the outer edge of your right foot if you want. Try to keep your right knee above or behind your ankle, not in front of your ankle. Nice, Andrea. Good job. Wherever you are at, your big deep breath is right there. Take about 3 more. Feel free to take an open mouth sigh. All right. From your low lunge, everybody now, bring your back knee down if it's not already there. And I don't know how you want to make this transition, you can choose, but we're just taking it back to a 3-legged tabletop. So you might just take your right leg back, nice and easy. Yeah. Right leg extends back, you're in a 3-legged tabletop. Square off your hips, your inner thighs face each other. Good. Inhale here. And as you exhale, right knee towards your nose, round your back, hollow out your belly, curl in, nice dive. Inhale, re-extend. Now you can do that again, or this time, exhale, humble cow, little rock forward, bend your elbows, let your chin kiss the ground. Now listen, your left toes are curled under behind you. See if you can push all the way up and all the way back, three-legged down dog. Once you get to three-legged down dog, you choose straight to regular down dog or rock forward and take your vinyasa. Maybe it's a three-legged chaturanga. Maybe you bring your knees down and modify. So follow your body, your breath, your awareness. Respond, nice Amber, to what you feel inside. Respond to the feedback your body is giving you. We don't show up here to ignore everything our body is saying. We show up here to tune in and connect and get curious and respond to what our body is telling us. So if you feel like you do not have a relationship with your body, there's only one way to create one. And it happens the same way as a relationship with anybody else happens. Time, consistency, over and over again, showing up and just being present. From your down dog, my friends, left leg to the sky. Good job. And if you want to explore a little bit, feel free. Just feel your strong hands on the ground. So ideally in down dog, you should be able to lift up to your fingertips. It's not that hard because there's so much that's lifting you up out of your hands already. Yes, love it. Those of you who just lifted to your fingertips, good job. So if it feels like it would be impossible to lift to your fingertips, it's because all of your weight is coming down into your hands. See if you can figure out how to shift that. Take one more big inhale, left leg long, strong, and powerful. As you exhale, left knee to your nose, round your back, hollow out your belly. You should be on your back, tippy, tippy toes. Stay here as you breathe in, and then step forward as soft as possible. Rise up, crescent lunge. Nice, Tori. So hips square, all 10 toes face forward. In this pose, you are not on a balance beam. Your feet are on 2 train tracks. If you're trying to put your feet on a balance beam, you guys, then it's gonna be so hard to balance. And it's also gonna feel like you can't square off your hips the way you need to square off your hips. So give your body space. Take one more big inhale as you reach up. And as you exhale, we'll take our turbo twist. So right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends to a hover. Notice if you are leaning or reaching forward, try to keep your weight centered so the crown of your head draws up. Feel a connection to your center and use it to twist even more. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder behind you. Yes, nice, Kim. One last round. Twist a little further. Get a little lower. Inhale, crescent lunge. Unwind. Option to extend your left leg if you would like. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Pyramid stance. Step your back foot forward about 1 or 2 feet. Feet on 2 train tracks, on 2 skis, not on a balance beam. I still see a lot of people with their feet on a balance beam. Bring your feet so they're hips width distance apart. Give your hips and your pelvis space. Halfway lift, inhale. So pause here. I like to bring my hands to my hips. You can do whatever feels right. See if with this nice long spine, you can pull your left butt cheek back and lift your left butt cheek up. So that invisible rope is attached to your left butt cheek. Nice, Ingrid. It's pulling back and lifting towards the ceiling. Keep that. Take one more big inhale as you lengthen everything. Good job. Good awareness. Exhale, work your fold. So as you fold, left butt cheek pulls up, 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 and back, back, back. Think forehead toward shin, nose toward knee, and then at the bottom of each exhalation, navel towards spine. As you empty out, that's your invitation to fold even further. So fold from the inside a little bit deeper. I don't have to see anything on the outside, but you feel it. Step your back foot just a little further forward. And see if you can level off your hips a little bit. Good job, friends. Take just one last round and work this fold to its edge, as deep as you can go a little bit. And then start to walk your hands forward. Float your back leg up, standing splits. So right leg lifts, so make your right foot active. It shouldn't feel like your right leg weighs 1,000,000 pounds because you're using all the muscles in it. You can spread your toes, you can wiggle them around. If you want to play with handstand hops, play with balance, play with Shiva squats, it's all you. If you're playing with handstand hops, you may notice one side feels way more difficult than the other. Perfectly normal. Meet yourself right where you are at. Awesome, Andrea. Beautiful. Take one last big inhale, everybody. Lengthen. Set your right foot down in the top of your space. Forward fold. Give your left leg a little shake out if it needs. Bring your big toes together. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. Tiny little potato bug ball. So you can choose, nice Norma, to stay in your potato bug ball just like before. Or if you want, you might try turning it into a toe stand. So balancing on your tiptoes, hug in with your inner thighs, inner knees, inner heels, and see if you can point your knees straight forward. Bring your hands to your heart center. So spine is long, and you're just balancing on your tiptoes. If you're in toe stand, you could then play from toe stand with opening your knees all the way out to both sides, bringing them back together. So be playful last couple of rounds. Nice, you guys. Nice, Anais. All right, next time you breathe in, halfway lift position. So set your heels down, grow your spine long. And exhale, forward fold. You can widen your stance if you want. Take it all the way up, rise, arms overhead as you breathe in. Pause right here. So once again, take a moment to check in, to notice how you're standing, to notice your own imbalances. Maybe notice where you tend to collapse without even realizing it. It could be as intricate as feeling into the weight in your feet. Where are you collapsing in your feet? How can you be more powerful just in the way you stand, just in the way you root down? Your left foot this time is your foundation. Lift your right knee up, standing staff. So we'll hug in with your inner thighs. Nice, Tracy, and flex your right toes, even that little baby pinky toe. Good, slow, spacious, intentional breath. One more inhale. As you exhale, low lunge, and see once again if you can touch fingers and toes at the exact same time. Back and forth, just like that. Keep it going. And it can be 1 breath per movement, or maybe you're moving 2 breaths per movement. Maybe you even pause in a warrior 3. Take a breath. So it's up to you, but just be present. Not throwing yourself up and down mindlessly, but connected to your center, rooted through your left foot. Let the heat build. Yes, and if you want to extend your right leg as you stand, go for it. So the heat is building in your left leg, and that's okay. Send your breath into it. Take about 2 more rounds. Really nice, you guys. Good breathing. Thanks, Kim. Awesome, Beth. Let's say next time you're in your low lunge, unless you want to take one more, just stay in your low lunge. And then from our low lunge, we're heading into that hip opener with our hands inside our front foot. So eventually, once you're in your low lunge, hands come to the inside of your left foot, walk your left foot all the way out to the width of your mat, and then you choose where you'd like to go on this side. Your back knee can come down and your hips can melt down as your heart lifts. Or you can do the opposite. Your hips can lift as your heart melts. Maybe a little bit of both. If you take that variation where you're letting your hips melt down and your heart's lifting up, try not to take the weight out of your legs by putting it all in your arms. Let yourself be in sensation and send your breath into it. Really good. Soft through your jaw, soft through your forehead and your eyebrows. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds. You can sigh out your mouth anytime. Ah. All right, friends, if you are not already up on your hands, come back up onto your hands. Walk your left foot back to midline so you're framing it. Well, I guess you don't necessarily have to do that, but we're just gonna move into a three-legged tabletop. So your back knee will be on the ground, your left leg will extend back. So left leg reaches back, three-legged tabletop. Try to square off your hips. So rather than your left hip opening out to the left, hips are nice and square, your belly button pulls in and up, so there's a connection to center. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, knee to your nose, round and hollow out, push the ground away. Inhale, re-extend. You can do that again if you prefer, or humble cow this time. Exhale, little rock forward, let your chin kiss the ground. Your right toes are curled under behind you. As you are ready, push all the way up and all the way back, three-legged down dog. And then from here, you choose. You can set your left foot down straight to down dog or come forward and move through that vinyasa. So either with your left leg hovering, or you're welcome to bring your knees down. Bring your left foot down. Good job, everybody. See you either in down dog, or if you want to give yourself a little rest, now is a wonderful time. The whole class just walks out to go to the bathroom. All right, so we are going to now move through that entire sequence, but a little faster. So we'll go one breath, one movement. It does not mean, however, that we just throw ourselves from one pose to the next without remembering to breathe. So we're going to use our slow, deep breath to guide us from pose to pose. We're using our slow, deep breath to create space in every pose. So if at any time you feel like I'm cueing too slow for you, see if you can breathe slower and bigger and deeper. If at any time you just want to do your own thing or take a little break, that's absolutely fine with me. So if you're coming with me, downward facing dog, my friends. Ujjayi breath. Nice, Ryan. Great big inhale as you push the ground away. And exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you'd like to get there. Forward fold. Once you've arrived, spinal extension, lift and lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful, all the way up, rise, full body stretch, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, high mountain, reach. As you exhale, twisted chair, left arm forward, right arm back, sit back. Inhale, high mountain, reach high. And then add a little baby back bend, lift your heart. Exhale, navel to spine, protect slow back as you curl open, re-extend, realign, breathe in. And exhale, twist towards the windows, right arm forward, left arm back. Good, nice work. Inhale, high mountain, stretch. Exhale, take it all the way down slowly. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, heart lifts. Keep your shoulders back and down. Don't lock out your elbows. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great big inhalation. Take your right leg high. Use your strong core and as soft as you can. Exhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge. Rise, inhale, crescent lunge. Reach up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, turbo twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Back knee bends to a hover. Empty all the way out. Beautiful. Inhale, crescent. Option to extend your front leg if you'd like. Squeeze through your front thigh. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, pyramid stance with a halfway lift, so everything gets really long. Pull your right butt cheek back. And exhale, work your fold. So drape your torso over your front leg. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Float your back leg to the sky, standing splits. Exhale, straight into your little tiny potato bug ball. Curl in and empty out. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. All right, root through your feet and rise. Inhale, reach up. Lift your left knee. Sorry about the music, 1 second. Exhale, slow motion, low lunge position. Back knee comes down gently. Inhale, three-legged tabletop. Your back knee is on the ground, three-legged tabletop. Exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. Your left toes, the ones on the ground, curl them under. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen. Now one more like that, or exhale, humble cow, little rock forward. Tap your chin down, strong core. Inhale all the way up and back. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga. Beautiful, lift your heart, peel it open. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, down dog. Use your breath. Inhale your left leg high. Strong core. Step forward as soft as you can. Awesome, Jane. Inhale, rise. Nice Kate. Crescent lunge. Exhale, turbo twist. So twist towards the windows. Bend your back knee all the way to empty. Inhale, crescent. Maybe extend your front leg. Squeeze your front thigh. Yes. Exhale, hands to the earth. Standing splits, pyramid pose with a halfway lift. Inhale. My bad. Just halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now, standing splits, inhale. Good job. You guys are doing great. Exhale, little tiny potato bug ball, curl in. Inhale, halfway lift. Re-extend, realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Take it all the way up, rise. Inhale, arms reach up, right knee lifts. If you want, you can extend your right leg. Slow motion, low lunge position. Low lunge, back knee comes down gently. Three-legged tabletop, left leg reaches back. Yes. Exhale, knee to your nose, curl in. Your right toe should be curled under. Inhale, re-extend. One more like that if you prefer, or humble cow. Yes, rock forward, bend your elbows. Inhale all the way back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga, your variation. Heart lift, shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job, friends. Take just a moment, maybe a couple open mouth sighs. We've got one more time through. This time I'm gonna add in a few things, just like you've been doing the entire class. Stay present, listen to my cues, take what works, and leave the rest behind. So if you're coming with me, downward facing dog, one last great big inhale. Exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, spinal extension, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, let it go. All the way up, big full body stretch, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, twisted chair, sit back. So left arm forward, right arm back. Now listen, friends, we're gonna hang out here. Bring your feet hips width distance apart. Bring your left hand to the ground in between your feet. Stay here, or half or full bind. Right arm wraps behind you. Maybe your left hand reaches up. Possibly your hands clasp. Now, only if you want to, bird of paradise, root down into your right foot, and ever so slowly begin to stand up. Be playful. Once you are standing, you might start to extend your left leg. Yes, awesome, Charles. Nice, Andrea. One last big deep breath wherever you are working. We're gonna end up in a forward fold, so slowly make your way back down, unwind, forward fold. Hang out here for just a moment. Invitation to grab your big toes with your peace fingers. So keep your peace fingers holding your big toes. Inhale to a halfway lift. So you might have to bend your knees, but try to stick your butt out and lengthen your spine. So lengthen your spine, shoulder blades hug your spine as you push your butt back. Exhale, fold. Good. Think butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground. Do not rock back into your heels. I know it's tempting. Try to press into your toes even still. Yes, good job, friends. Breathe into your back body, down the backs of your legs. Last round here. Fold to your edge. All right, let your toes go. Another halfway lift to realign. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Now listen, chair pose. Bend your knees, weight in your heels, lift your heart. And this time, twist towards the windows, right arm forward, left arm back. Tilt forward, right hand to the ground, left arm to the sky. Yes. Stay here or half bind, maybe full bind. So maybe you get that clasp of your hands. Stay right here, or if you would like, bird of paradise. Yes, slowly rise. Nice, Brittany. Maybe you end up hopping around. Maybe you fall out. So meet yourself right where you're at. Remember, we're just practicing. We're not performing. Nice, Chris. Wherever you are, last couple of rounds of breath. Oh, awesome, Megs. We'll come back to that forward fold. So in your own time, let it go. Unwind, forward fold. All right, friends, this time, bend your knees as much as you need. Bring your hands to the outsides of your legs. Hands behind ankles, forearms behind calves, elbows behind knees. Once you've got that, now press your arms into your legs back into your arms. Try to bring your weight more forward, less in your heels, more in your toes. Lift your butt up. So butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground. Breathe. Breathe into your back body. Breathe down the backs of your legs. Good job. Last deep breath right here. Relax your neck. All right, let it go. Halfway lift. Inhale. We're going to get back to our flow. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, peel your heart open. Exhale, take your hips up and back. All right, listen. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Stay here and hold, or right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Yes, nice, Callie. Inhale back up, stretch, lengthen. And then right knee, right armpit as high as you can. Push the ground away. Strong arms, strong hands. Inhale back up. Now everybody, knee towards your nose. Round your back on your back, tippy toes. Then step forward softly, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, slow rise. Exhale, turbo twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Bend your back knee. Listen. Pause right here. Bring your right forearm across your low back. Turn your shoulders to face the front of the room. Reach your left arm up and slightly back so your back knee is still bent. Think of puffing up your heart. Breathe down that long line of energy in your left side. One more great big huge inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand down. Bring your right hand down. Pyramid stance, halfway lift. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, standing splits. Left leg to the sky. Exhale, straight into your tiny little potato bug ball. Curl in and get small. Inhale, halfway lift. Heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. Take it all the way up, rise. Inhale, arms reach, left knee lifts. Now listen here, friends. Figure 4 with your legs this time. So sit back into a one-legged chair. You can bring your hands to heart. You can reach your arms back. We're gonna take about 5 rounds, so if there's anywhere you wanna explore, feel free. Keep your left toes active. Flex back towards your shin. Keep your left ankle strong. If you're sitting back, your weight should be primarily in your right heel. Your butt, both butt cheeks are reaching back. You're not sinking into your right hip. Wherever you're working, about 2 or maybe 3 more. Good. Awesome, Norma. Let's see if we can ever so slowly come back to that standing staff position. So arms reach up, left knee lifts, maybe even extend your left leg. Great big inhale here. Back to our flow. Exhale, low lunge, slow motion. Set your back knee down gently. Inhale, three-legged tabletop. Right leg reaches back. Exhale, knee towards your nose. One time, round your spine. Good. Inhale, re-extend. Your left toe should be tucked under. Exhale, humble cow, rock forward and bend your elbows. Inhale, push all the way up and back. Good job. Now listen, my friends. Three-legged dog, open your right hip, bend your right knee. Only if you want to. Option 2, flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Heart forward. So imagine your heart's trying to look at the front wall. See if you can let it. Beautiful. One last great big huge in-breath. Those of you in the back bend. And then everybody regular downward facing dog. Walk it out. You can keep walking it out, absolutely. Or invitation to inhale, forward, high plank. Cover your right leg if you want to. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower. Inhale, peel your heart open. Your elbow tip should point towards the back wall. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. All right, left leg high, friends. Breathe in. Stay and hold, or left knee, right elbow. Use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged. Left knee, left armpit, aim high. Yes, awesome. Reach, inhale, three-legged. Now everybody, last one, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly with all that space in front of you. Step through softly, low lunge. Rise up, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Bend your back knee. This is where we will pause. Bring your left forearm across your low back for support. Square your shoulders forward, gaze forward. Reach up and slightly back. Puff up your heart. So little back bend. Feel that long line down your right side and breathe into it. Nice, Andrea. One more big, huge inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand down, your left hand down. Pyramid stance with a halfway lift. Breathe in and lengthen everything. Pull your left butt cheek back and up. Exhale, work your fold. So fold as deep as you can, all the way to emptying your breath. Inhale, standing splits, right leg high. Active through your toes. Exhale, little tiny ball, get small and compact all the way to empty. Good job, you're almost there. Stick with it. Halfway lift, breathe in, heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. All the way up, rise. Inhale, arms reach up, right knee floats up, standing staff, flex your toes. This time, figure 4, that one-legged chair position. So maybe your arms reach back behind you, maybe your hands come to your heart center. Maybe you want to play with a forward fold or an arm balance. Twist. Your toes stay flexed, your ankles stay strong, and your breath, it keeps you anchored to this moment right here, right now. So don't go anywhere else in your head. Stay right here in your body. Good job. Last couple of rounds. You're doing amazing. See if you can stay balanced on your left foot. Come back to standing staff. So arms reach up, right knee lifts. You might even extend right leg. Great big inhale. Slow motion, low lunge. Bring your back knee down gently. Three-legged tabletop, left leg back, three-legged tabletop. Exhale, knee to your nose, curl in, scoop out your belly, round your spine. Inhale, re-extend. Right toes are curled under. Humble cow as you exhale. Ha. Yeah, inhale all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Open up your hip, bend your left knee. Stay here or flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Nice, Callie. Your heart wants to look at this front wall. Nice, Kai. Breathe and feel your abdominal wall stretching. Beautiful. One last inhale if you're in the back bend. Nice, Tori, come back. Regular down dog. Walk it out. Amazing work. You can absolutely stay here, walk it out a little longer, or inhale, rock forward, high plank. Option to hover left leg if you'd like. Chaturanga as you exhale, strong arms, strong belly. Peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. And then you choose down dog or any other position that will just allow you to take a moment and feel and notice. Just be in your body. So see if you can, just like we did at the very, very beginning of our practice, just tune back in to all that space inside of you. Feel sensation, physical sensation, energetic sensation, even notice emotion. So whatever you are feeling, you're not judging it. You're not even trying to explain it or figure it out. You're simply just noticing. You're simply just becoming more aware of what's going on inside of you. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs would feel real nice. Good job, everyone. As you are ready, find your way up to a tabletop position. All right, from tabletop, we're going to take our right foot off the side of our mat. So pivot on your right knee, right foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand, left leg reaches back, and then left arm up. So we're moving into a modified side plank facing towards the windows. The tendency is to stick your butt out behind you. So try, rather than sticking your butt out behind you, see if you can feel your outer right butt cheek squeeze and press your hips forward. So you should feel an opening in the front of your hips. Left arm might reach forward towards me. So lengthen through your left side. Your left foot can be on the ground, or you can float it up, make your left leg strong, left foot active. Final option only if you want it. Bend your left knee, reach back and grab your left foot. So bind the pose. Bend, or excuse me, as you hold your foot in your hand, kick, gentle. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, and see if you can let your heart look up even more. Yes, press your hips forward, heart looks up, big breath, one last round. Very nice, slow release, come back to your hands and your knees. From your hands and your knees, come down to your forearms and set up for a dolphin pose. So elbows are no wider than your shoulders. If possible, make a number 11 on the ground with your forearms. So your forearms are parallel, your palms face down, your fingers spread wide, and especially press into thumbs and index fingers. They will want to lift. Try to press them down a lot. Relax your neck, let your head hang, and then lift your knees, lift your hips, come into your dolphin. So you want to get your toes as close as you possibly can to your elbows. One day, your hips stack directly on top of your shoulders. So imagine that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. As you hold your dolphin, your neck can be relaxed, your head can be heavy, press your heart towards the back wall. Stay where you are at, or if you would like, option to take your right leg back and up. So right leg strong and powerful, and use the strength in your right leg to lift you out of your arms and out of your upper body. See if you can be wherever you're at, friends, for about 3 more breaths. Soft face, soft jaw. One last big inhale. And right foot down, knees down. Take a moment to rest. Child's embryo, puppies. So everything just lets go and softens. And then as you are ready, downward facing dog. All right, inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through low lunge. We're going to come into a wide-legged straddle. So walk your hands over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Your toes should all be facing towards the left long edge of your yoga mat. If you'd like and you have enough space, you can inhale to a halfway lift position. And then wherever you want to go as you exhale for about 5 to 7 rounds. So work it on your own, however you want. Or, of course, you can just hang out and breathe. So feel into the length in the backs of your legs. Try not to rock into your heels and lock out your knees. So you want to feel the front of your thighs, those quad muscles firing as you're stretching the backs of your thighs, your hamstrings. Strong leg. See if you can bring your feet even higher. That's good job. Strong core. All right, if you are working somewhere, begin to slowly wrap it up. Wilby, watch out. Fingertips to the ground or hands to the ground. So bend your knees as needed. Crawl your hands to the top of your space. Come into a low lunge. In a low lunge. From low lunge, 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Open your hip for a moment. So right leg back and up. Open your hip. Stay here as long as you would like. When you are ready, pigeon pose. Right shin to the top of your space. Gently set your body down. If you'd rather take this on your back or in a seat or any other way, of course, that's fine with me. If you're in regular pigeon, ghost is coming in. You're in regular pigeon. Try to get your right knee nice and wide, so all the way out towards the right edge of your mat. And then rather than sitting on your butt, you want your butt. So if it is really easy to just plop on your butt, that's exactly what you want to try not to do. So your butt should be pulling up and tugging back. That invisible rope is still attached to your right butt cheek, pulling up, tugging back. Yeah. So there is strength and structure in the way you set up this posture. And then you use your breath to just soften. Good awareness, everybody. I know it feels counterintuitive to lift your butt up. It feels like you're not going as deep. But actually, what you are doing, you are plugging the femur bone into the hip socket. So instead of just pulling tendons and ligaments around your joints, which is not good or healthy, you're strengthening the joint as you stretch the muscles around it. So it's for the sustainability of your practice. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. All right, next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can, just like we did at the very beginning of class. Hold in fullness. See if you can find an extra little teaspoon, extra sip it in, and then out your mouth. However you want to get back to downward facing dog. Just walk out your dog, pedal out your heel. And then you guys can choose. So we're gonna meet up on hands and knees. To get there, you can either just set your knees down and come to hands and knees, or you can move through a vinyasa. So maybe you wanna rock forward, high plank, take a chaturanga, kind of resetting, and then end up in a tabletop position. So eventually everybody, hands and knees, tabletop. From your tabletop, we've got modified side plank on the left side. So left foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand. Right leg reaches straight back, and then right arm reaches straight up. Open up through the front of your body. So I know it feels easier to stick your butt out behind you, but try your very best to squeeze your outer left glute and press your hips forward. Right arm might reach forward towards me, towards the front wall. Right leg can be on the ground or float it up, make it strong. Final option only if you want to take it, bind your pose. So bend your knee, grab hold of your foot. Gentle leverage. So it's not aggressive or forceful, but you are using strength. Kick foot into hand, pull a hand back into foot. Make sure you can still take big, deep breaths. Nice, Brittany. Rather than kicking your foot up, try to kick your foot back. Let your heart look up. One last big inhale. And slowly let it go. Hands and knees. One more dolphin pose. Come down to your forearms. Make that number 11 if possible. Spread your fingers. Press into inner wrists, thumbs, and index fingers. A tripod with your hands is a modification. It's easier if you want. Relax your neck. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees. Lift your hips. Come into your dolphin. One more dolphin pose. So walk your toes as close as you can to your elbows. Use your strong core to lift you out of your upper body. So that invisible rope is pulling up on your belly button. You can stay where you are at, or left leg extends. So like you're stomping your left foot on the ceiling, use it to lift you out of your shoulders. Relax your neck. If you are hopping, you can gaze forward, but otherwise your neck is relaxed. Try to press your heart back. Last couple of rounds, friends, in your dolphin pose. You're so much stronger than your mind wants you to think. Last big, huge inhale. And let it go. Left foot down, knees down. Take a moment to rest. Child, embryo, puppy. Downward facing dog. You're almost there. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Open your left hip. And this time we're not gonna take the wide-legged straddle. We're just gonna go straight into our pigeon. So when you're ready, left shin to the top of your space. Nice, Katya. Bring your body down gently. Make sure your left knee is wide. So left knee towards the outer left edge of your mat. What that does, it gets you that nice external rotation in your hip. So if your knee is right in the middle of your mat, you're missing the external rotation in your hip. Pull your left butt cheek up, 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 and back, 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 back. A little bit of activation in your front toes is helpful. Protect your knee joint. So see if you can get your knee all the way out there. Perfect. Good job. Perfect. Nice work. This is coming for you. Some drop. So if you want to know what you're supposed to be feeling, if you want to know what you're supposed to be creating with your own body awareness and muscle energy, sometimes it helps me to push my hands into the ground in front of me, like I'm trying to push the ground away. So as you push the ground away, you can feel your left butt cheek also draw towards the back of the room. And ideally, you want to be able to keep that and just hold that with your body as you bow. So it's the balance of effort and ease, strength and softness. Take about 4 or 5 more rounds. Ah. I'm gonna ultimately leave it up to you, friends. So, invitation to give yourself that big, huge inhale, extra sip, open mouth sigh whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like you're ready to take your last breath. And then find your way back to one final downward facing dog, however you want to get there. If you're down on your back and you'd rather wait for us there, that's just fine. Once you're back in your down dog, just give yourself a moment to feel, to notice. Breathe into all that length, all that space you have created. Good job. And then however you would like to get there in your next few rounds, find your way down onto your back. You can face whichever direction you want to. As you come down onto your back, hug your knees towards your belly and find a little rock from side to side. Let's take one more heart opener. So feet on the ground with knees bent. I will cue for bridge, but if you want to take a full back bend, upward facing bow, you're more than welcome to go there on your own. If you're coming with me to bridge, arms down by your sides, feet hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward, and your ankles and heels should just come straight down from your knees. Exhale, pull your belly button down and scoop your tailbone up. So you're tucking, curling your tailbone just a little bit. And then inhale, peel your spine off your mat, one vertebra at a time. And you can turn this into whatever variation you would like for about 5 to 7 breaths. So maybe you want to work your shoulders underneath you, interlace your fingers. If you've come to my class for a long time, you've probably done those little lifts and lowers of your butt. You could do that. You could even take a restorative bridge if you want to. And on your own, my friends, when you feel ready, when you feel complete with this last heart opener, just ease your way back down to a neutral spine position and take some windshield wipers once you get there. So make sure your feet, when you take your windshield wipers, are wider than your hips. If your feet are not wide, then your back, your low back, will kind of crunch when you go side to side. So you want to have lots of space in your low back. Go slowly. These are really therapeutic if you are really intentional and mindful with them. So your top knee especially is the one you want to pay attention to. As your knees fall to one side, your top knee presses forward and down. And then once you feel complete with these windshield wipers, come back to center, my friends, and find a happy baby pose. You can rock a little bit, explore in your happy baby, maybe extend one leg at a time, both legs at the same time. Eventually, just start your own transition into your final relaxation. So that might be the traditional corpse pose, or if there's another pose, another just comfortable position for your body today, feel free to go there instead. So start to slowly make your way into your Shavasana and let your breath just become more and more effortless. As you settle in, my friends, I will just read to you. This is by Jeff Foster. He says, there is beauty in doubt. It keeps the mind curious, open, fresh, away from the harshness of conclusions. There is sacredness in sadness. It keeps the heart soft, mellow, fertilized, ready for the emergence of joy. Even your anger is precious. It brims with life, dignity, passion, the longing to be heard, to fight for those without a voice. Do not push away any feeling. Make room for them. Let them move. Be their home. Be their sanctuary. So these last few moments, friends, these are just for you to simply rest, simply just be, just feel whatever there is to feel, flowing through your body, flowing through your inner space today. Not pushing anything away, but just making room for everything. Being a home, being a sanctuary for all forms of life energy to be felt and held and acknowledged. Shavasana. Take a great big deep breath in. Let it go. Just begin to slowly bring movement, wiggles back into your physical body. And as you feel ready, roll onto either side, fetal position. Just give yourself one last moment as you rest on your side to just kind of let everything soak in. Feel the effort, the energy of your practice integrating into your being. And use the strength in your arms to slowly guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing towards the front of your mat and the front of our space. So sit up nice and tall. Gather your hands to your heart center. Prayer hands are one palm stacked on top of the other. And we'll close our practice together by using our voice and our own vibration. So don't worry how you sound, no judgment, but focus on how it feels to use your voice, to let it express. Start by exhaling, emptying out, and clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice all the way down from your belly. Fill up. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy, letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you so much and good work. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. Take some flyers on your way out for my retreats if you're interested. I need a few more peeps for my Costa Rica one in May. If you didn't pay on your way in, please pay on your way out. Thank you. Thank you. This is Ruby. What's your name? Abby. And I remember. Ella. Okay, I couldn't remember. Sorry, I was being a little bit mean in the beginning. I was just getting frustrated with everything. It wasn't you guys. But you guys are all good. You're fine. No, that's just like one of my personal pet peeves. I cannot have like a person that way because it drives me nuts. Because every time I say right and left, then it's just a. But you're fine. It's nothing you did wrong, and I'm sorry. So Abby. You're so welcome. Good to see you, Ali. Have a good day. What's that? Oh yeah. Pay up, bitch. I know. I was like, I'm gonna send an email out soon, but it's me. No, no, no. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I wonder if it's your sciatic kind of thing acting up. But engaging in a standing split, what do you mean? So standing on like and it's like bugging out here. Okay, I hear. Mm-hmm. So good to see you, Beth. Love you. What I would try, and I don't know, is just try if because you might just be like kind of like sinking out here. So try to hug in with your inner thigh. Try to find the engagement.